Started a new chapter today on the mass media and political agendas. Unfortunately, if you missed class, kind of a cool day. Had a simulation, a political fight, not a fist fight, but a political fight between myself and Mr. McWhirter. Half the students in class were in support of me, but if they're in support of me, they're against Mr. McWhirter. Then half the people were in support of Mr. McWhirter, and those same people were against me. And what I hope people got out of the class was devising a plan, enacting the plan, and hopefully winning. And before I gave you any ammunition, I gave you a straight up brainstorm. And the brainstorm was, before you know anything about political science, what strategies will you come up with to support your candidate? What strategies will you come up with to take down the opposition? American elections are adversarial by nature. Adversarial means there's a winner, there's a loser. Politics is tough stuff. So act that way. And once people came up with their own strategies, I gave you 7 tactics that campaigns use to win. Bear in mind there's more than 7, but I figure for a high school, 7's a nice bite-sized chunk. So strategy number 1, grassroots canvassing. If you don't know grassroots, these are everyday people going door to door or standing in front of a mall or setting up a stand in front of a library to try to encourage people to vote for your candidate. Now, grassroots can be very effective if you get enough people, but you have to get the number of people and you have to get them passionate and on board to take their spare time to work for you. And the main point of this, getting people out who normally don't vote traditionally, and if you can get them out. So if somebody was in their house planning on not to vote at all, you knock on their door, you win them over, you got a voter out who wouldn't have gone out. If you get enough of those people, you win. So strategy number 1, work the grassroots. Strategy number 2, digital engagement. Now, this has been the cornerstone of campaign strategies in recent years. Social media platforms, good advertisements on YouTube, that kind of thing. Now, bear in mind, this is very expensive. And if you've noticed in recent years with politics, money, 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 a lot of that money goes for digital engagement. But in this day and age, you need to do that in order to win. Strategy number 3, targeted advertising. So you have to target the people who are most important, in particular swing states. So for example, if I was a political scientist running a campaign, I wouldn't dump a ton of money. Let's say I'm a Democrat. I would not dump a ton of money into Oklahoma. Oklahoma is red as red can be. And let's say I was a Republican strategist. I wouldn't dump a ton of money into Oregon. Oregon's going to be blue. However, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, I'm going to target advertisings to key demographics in those swing states, very precise. And that's strategy number 3. Strategy number 4, you need money and you need to come up with strategies how to raise money. And there are all sorts of ways to raise money. We've seen people sell products. We've seen people have dinners, $1,000 a plate dinner, a lot of text messages showing up. Please donate to my campaign. And I hate that this is the reality, but oftentimes the candidate that raises more money is the candidate that wins. Money is important in politics. I know that's not shocking to you, but I want to reinforce that point. Strategy 5, get out to vote efforts, encouraging people to vote for somebody. Now, the most effective one I ever saw was when I was a younger guy in the early 90s, this Rock the Vote campaign with MTV. MTV is a station that used to play music videos. And if you don't know what a music video is, it's a song, but there's a visual that accompanies the song. MTV did this from the 80s to about the mid 90s. So anyway, but this Rock the Vote campaign got a ton of the 18 to 26 voters out and really secured the victory for Bill Clinton at the time. So you have to have these efforts, and these efforts can be tents at events, these can be rallies, these can be media campaigns, but getting people out to vote, in particular for the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is more gung-ho getting more voters out because Republican voters go to the polls in a better percentage. However, if the Democratic Party can get enough people out, they tend to win. So this is an important strategy that campaigns use. Strategy 6, the debate. Debates are easy visuals for people. It can make or break your candidate. And the political handlers are looking for a certain energy. Are you looking tough? Are you looking knowledgeable? Are you looking this way? body language, key talking points. Now, bear in mind, we're in the age of a soundbite. A good soundbite from a debate can make or break a campaign, a good retort. If your opposition says something and you get back after them with a good, one-liner, that can help nowadays. So having your debate in order, creating the energy you're looking for, having the strategy in place to the main issues that are going to win people over, that's strategy 6. Now, strategy 7, managing crises. You will have many crises when you run a campaign. Mistakes get made. Colloquially, people call this putting out the fires or being a spin doctor, putting a different spin on it if things didn't work real well. Now, if the campaign has the ability to manage these negative things, they will win. But there's been plenty of political campaigns where one mistake has ruined. I'll give you an example. Howard Dean was a Democratic candidate about 30 years, and he got ridiculous at a rally, started making all these sounds. Really unusual. I'll look it up on YouTube. Kind of killed him. When I was a kid, a guy named Gary Hart had a picture of him with his mistress. It killed him. One mistake can ruin a campaign. Some people can weather the storm. Some people make a mistake and they weather the storm. That's really based upon the handlers. So if you missed class, we played around with this and had some fun with it. However, please walk away knowing these 7 strategies. Go to Google Classroom. There's a worksheet that accompanies this. And bear in mind, politics is a tough racket. It's tough. It's tough to get your candidate to win. However, if you know these strategies and you can implement these strategies well, you'll likely have some success. So look forward to seeing you when you get back, and I appreciate you watching.